we have statements from the deputy here at the school that said, something happened. We've got a vice principal that says something happened. We've got a principal that says something happened. We tell them something happened. We've got attorneys that tell us, they believe something happened. We've got lots of professionals that we depend on, not the kids. And we're not believing what we hear from the kids, but we've got lots of professionals that are giving us their opinion that something happened. And it's very difficult not to take those opinions at face value.
You can't stop people from making up crazy stories and whispering them in certain circles to make themselves feel better or look better, but this board certainly shouldn't rely on such whispers. If there are other concerns you have similar in nature, please let me know, as I would not hesitate to go to the sheriff or DA's office for investigation with them as well.
It's just difficult to disregard the fact that we've got professionals advising us that something happened back in 19. What are your thoughts?
So if you've considered all the evidence then, and it's not just the fact that an allegation exists, you're sort of saying like you've weighed the evidence? So if you've weighed the evidence and then you're not letting me, are you saying you've weighed the evidence and decided I did it? Or decided I'm likely to have done it?
As I told you in the last level 3 hearing, I think there are doubts. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the notes meant. Only you know what the notes meant. But I think that the district's been put on notice that something happened.
Basically what I heard was that there were allegations made and there were indictments made. And yes, you know that. The state of Texas knows that. And the state of Texas has said, even with those indictments, I'm still fine to be in the classroom. That's no reason to deny me the ability to teach. It's not a reason for other school districts to deny me the ability to teach. It's only a problem for this district.
Because there were criminal charges filed, there was an investigation done.
Okay, but see, Mr. Rotan, I've heard this phrase so much here lately, that something happened. You guys were never put on notice that something happened. You were put on notice that allegations had been made, which allegations being made and something happening are two extremely, very different things. You guys have never been put on notice that something happened.
I think when there was an indictment by a grand jury.
That's not being put on notice that something happened.
Well, that's your opinion.
No. The DA's office will tell you that. I can have them write you a letter. An indictment is in no way an implication of guilt, and is not to be considered that by a jury. So if you think y'all have been put on notice that something happened, what is it that has put you on that notice?
That the allegations were made by the students.
So you're saying that allegations being made equals something happened?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying we don't know what happened. In those notes, the other things we've discussed are supporting evidence in that.
Well, they're not supporting evidence. If anything supported those allegations, I would be convicted. I would have been found, even with, what is it called, preponderance of the evidence to have done it. They're not evidence of anything.
And so if I receive a criminal history and whether the allegations, it goes through the arrest, the court dispositions, the court status, all that, and whether it was dismissed or not, obviously if there were indictments made, there was evidence presented, or I'm talking
right,
any case,
right,
not just yours.
Right, the American justice system.
Well, but it would cause me concern to the point where, I have to make a decision, do I want to recommend this person on our substitute list or not? Their risk may not be more, I would say that their risk is identified as possibly being more than someone who does not have a criminal history.
Just because an allegation was made.
Because,
somebody can make an allegation against you tomorrow.
Something happened.
Somebody could make an allegation against you tomorrow, and that's the reason that our system is innocent until proven guilty, and we have the system that we do, and that it's not supposed to be held against you. That's a side note.
I want to know exactly why I'm being denied.
Yeah.
Well, did it say because it's a criminal?
It says based on the nature of prior allegations raised against you by former student who did not feel it is appropriate to approve your request.
The prior allegations.
Mean to say we're put on notice that something happened, that we've still got 2 boys out there that very much say something happened.
Okay, how were y'all put on notice?
Because
Who
the
put you on
boys
notice?
brought it to the attention of the school district.
So the boys have the power to put you on notice that something happened?
The boys made the allegations that something happened.
And that puts you on notice that something happened?
Yes. Notice that we have to investigate it.
Okay, and it was investigated
Right.
thoroughly.
And that's when the
And I've
coded
been
notes were
found,
found.
and I've been found not to have done any of it. So, what is your notice that something happened? He said the boys made the allegations, but that's not a fact that something happened.
What do you mean that that's not a fact that something happened?
The boys making the allegations does not mean something happened.
It does. Like I said, I don't know what happened.
Okay, so then how are you put
I
on
know
notice?
what the boys said happened, and I know what you said happened.
Okay.
I don't know what the truth is.
If the boys making the allegations isn't you being put on notice, what is you being put on notice?
That is part of us being put on notice. The allegations, the indictments, the coded notes, everything involved is what tells us we need to stop, look, and listen because something could have happened here.
In America, you're not punished for having been accused of something. In Texas, you are not punished for having been accused of something. Texas teachers are not punished for having been accused of something. Other school districts do not punish Joelle Ogletree for having been accused of something. Why does Glenrose ISD punish Joelle Ogletree for having been accused of something?
Based on this criminal history report is where I've made my non-approval.
Okay. But that criminal history report says that everything is dismissed. And we live in a country where you could have one 10 times that size, and if everything's dismissed and you're not proven guilty of anything, you're not found guilty of anything, then you are still considered innocent, and that's not supposed to be held against you. So I would think having them say dismissed, if you guys still want to say, wait a minute, yeah, they've been dismissed, but
Does
we have
dismiss
concerns.
mean nothing happened? Well, I don't know that that's the case. And
Well, it does. And the law in our country, our nation is set up that it does mean you're innocent.
That was just a factual statement that I know nothing about. I have never, since 2002, seen any statement from a deputy, a principal, or vice principal that said something happened. Is there a document I don't know about?
Maybe it's not a statement, maybe it's, maybe it's something that came up in talking to one of them. I don't know if I saw it in my.
Supposed to be
Our
something you're.
principal that was on the job, believe something happened.
Where did you get that?
Is that not a true statement? What I'm saying is we have lots of professionals that are advising us that something happened.
And that goes against what the children are taught in this school. That's a really scary statement right there, because anyone who has an accusation on an indictment, anybody who has an indictment, he's saying he would not approve. That's not what our justice system is set up for. That is not what any system in America and the state is set up for. That's not what the teaching system in Texas is set up for. You can have that allegation, you go through. If you're cleared, you're cleared. There's nothing you can do to make that go away. According to that scenario, I can be 100 years old and will never be allowed to substitute teach. That's not right.